It's the penultimate match for match week 6 in MLS Next Pro. From Starfire Sports Complex in Washington, it's Tacoma Defiance playing host to Whitecaps FC 2. Josh Appel with you. Thanks so much for spending a late night on the East Coast with us. A normal primetime night on Sunday on the West Coast in the Pacific Northwest. It's the Cascadia rivalry. This for Vancouver is the third, check that, the second of 6 consecutive road matchups. They come in at 1-1-2 under their head coach Ricardo Clark. On the other side, Tacoma Defiance, the home side, Hervé DSA squad, one of the most prolific scoring teams in the league. They enter with a record of 3-2-0, but still looking for their first win here at home. As we take a look at our Western Conference standings, still early in the season here in match week 6, but certainly you don't want to dig yourself into a hole. Whitecaps just below the cut line, 3 points below the Town FC. There you see Tacoma in 6th place, tied for that final spot, but could easily pull within a tie for second with St. Louis if they get the 3 points tonight at home. Here are starting lineups for tonight. The 11 for Hervé DSA looks like this. Gio Miglietti up top, the captain tonight. 4 make it 5 first-teamers out there for Hervé DSA in tonight's match. Keep an eye on Georgie Monungo. He is tied for second in the league in assists. Stuart Hawkins there on the back line. There's 3 first-teamers there in front of Andrew Thomas. Bell, Nathan, and Hawkins all on the first type. And on the other side for Ricardo Clark, 1-1-2, the Whitecaps. Johnny Selemani, 16 years old, making his professional debut, becomes the youngest debut player for Whitecaps FC 2 in MLS Next Pro history. And it was a close race for that title because Luca Chen, there you see on the right side, he's also 16 years old, and he is the second youngest player for Whitecaps FC 2 to make his debut. So a couple of 16-year-olds in the lineup mixed in with 3 first-teamers for Whitecaps FC. As we are underway from the Pacific Northwest, it's the Cascadia rivalry. Whitecaps in the white, Tacoma in the dark jerseys, as Buster Schuberg trades with Finn Linder on that back line. I mentioned Johnny Selemani, the 16-year-old, making his debut up top for Ricardo Clark and Whitecaps FC. Well, the man playing to his right, Cyprian Cachuele, 3 straight games with a goal. He is tied for the team lead with Lowell Wright. Cachuele, the Tanzanian international, called up the Africa Cup of Nations earlier this year, has scored in each of the last 3 games. Keep an eye on him tonight. An interesting combination up top for Ricardo Clark. And, you know, it's always interesting with these rosters across the league. You'll see a handful of first-teamers, like Vancouver has in there tonight. 3 of them mixed in with 2 16-year-olds. Always an interesting dynamic. Tacoma Defiance and Hervé DSA. You want to talk about a freestyle, that's what they play. Some might consider it positionless. He wants his guys in space. He wants them to use their creativity. And so far, so good as far as goal production. Tied for the 3rd most goals for in the league this year. And they have 8 different goal scorers this year. They've scored 12 in their 5 matches to this point. There's really only one anomaly so far this season for Tacoma, a 5-2 loss at Ventura County. It feels like Ventura's doing that to a whole bunch of teams in the league to start the year, but that's the only game this year where they've conceded more than 2 goals. They started the season 2-0 with wins at Austin and home against Rapids 2, 3-1 and 4-2, and then bounced back from that Ventura loss with a 2-0 clean sheet win over LAFC, and then fell 2-1 on the 14th at the hands of North Texas. They've scored 1 of the 3 goals that North Texas has allowed this season. That is the fewest in MLS Next Pro. Just 3 goals conceded in 5 matches for North Texas. And this Tacoma team has one of them, and it came in the loss last week. Early corner for Tacoma. Manungu will take it towards the back post. Some jersey grabbing in there. And they get the foul against Tacoma. These teams matched up 3 times last year, played to an even 1-1-1 record. Defiance won the shootout in the final matchup of the year. So they earned the upper hand as far as points go in the matchup for the season series a year ago. And I asked Hervé Diesse about that 5-2 loss to Ventura County, and he said we just had some individual defensive lapses. And as I said, you know, it's kind of an anomaly for them this year, the way they performed, especially defensively. I know that's the only major blemish on their record. The other one, a 1-goal loss on the road to North Texas. Chen watching. Here's a cross towards the back post and a chance and a save made by Isaac Bomer, the first-teamer, playing with Whitecaps here tonight. It's another corner for Tacoma, but how about this ball from Luca Chen in his debut for Manungu, who had a good opportunity and a nice save. They go short on the corner and reset up top. DeRoma to the corner for Cosarienzi. Back for DeRoma. Manungu, and the header away from Nathan. MLS loanee couldn't get it on target, and it's a goal kick for Isaac Bomer. Tacoma cooking. Sota Kirihara. And his pass for Manungu was deflected out by Schuberg, and a throw-in for Tacoma. Manungu weaving his way through. Manungu! And either it was blocked or stopped by Bomer. I couldn't quite tell. We'll take another look as this rolls over the goal line for a goal kick. So poor defending there by Schuberg. Yeah, I think Bomer got a piece of it. And then the follow-up attempt by DeRoma was nowhere close. So Bomer with a couple of big early saves to keep us scoreless. Miglietti finds Manungu. Nutmeg on Schuberg. Pass through the legs. And a throw in for Tacoma. DeRoma to the left side. Settled down by Jonathan Bell. Bell, another first-teamer. Now Nathan. You know, we mentioned the Whitecaps FC is on a stretch of 6 road matches in a row. Well, after Tacoma faces the Town on the 25th, they go on the road for 4 consecutive matches. They'll play the entire month of May away from home. So an interesting stretch in the schedule for both of these teams. Whitecaps in the midst of it. Tacoma has it coming up. Turned over. Manungu. And this is a throw-in for Tacoma. Low cross. Cleared out momentarily, but now it's a throw-in. Nathan, that bleached hair, able to play it back to his keeper, Andrew Thomas. Bomer plays it. Whitecaps trying to build out from the back. Throw in one by Tacoma. Played by Linder. Kitahara gets it back from Manungu. Georgie Manungu. His cross. Nobody home. Goal kick for Bomer. Manungu pressuring and forces the play back to Bomer. Chen. Nathan got ahead on it. Cachuele. Goldthorpe. Badwall. Now Goldthorpe cross and a header just over the bar. Jay Herdman, the captain who made his first team debut yesterday in the 2-0 win over Seattle, nearly got Whitecaps FC 2 on the board first. Look at this ball. Great pace on the header, but just sent it high over the bar. First great chance of the night for Vancouver. Big sports night for the city of Vancouver. Of course, the Canucks back in the NHL playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Big win last night over Seattle. And now Whitecaps going for the weekend sweep of the Seattle organization. On the left side, a long ball settled down. Weaving back towards the middle. The shot was blocked off the foot of Tevis. Tevis, another first-teamer. We're playing with Tacoma today. Throw in here for Defiance. Tacoma taking its time. Nathan. Kitahara. Manungu with space and speed. Working on Linder. Crosses him over. Manungu, low cross. Tried to find Kitahara, but couldn't, and it's cleared away by Goldthorpe. Johnny Selemani, the 16-year-old, takes a spill. That's a first-team MLS player, Nathan, up against the 16-year-old Selemani in his pro debut. This portion of the match is brought to you by your locally owned and operated McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today, and when the Sounders win, you'll win a free McChicken the following day with $2 minimum purchase, only in the McDonald's app. Nathan intercepts. Nathan takes over. Weaves towards the middle. And it gets taken away. Kachwala. Now back for Finlander. Into the middle for Schubert. Our referee tonight, by the way, is Servando Berna. Assistant referees are James Ewer and Eric Wood. And Dion Cox-Trigger is our fourth official. Both teams have had a couple of chances here in this first 17-plus minutes. Still looking for the first breakthrough. Manungo's been all over the place. Had a great first half to this point. Daroma. Watched closely by Selemani. And It's turned over back to Nathan. Tevis working on Chen. Oh, here he comes in his debut. Almost had one. Selemani robbed by Andrew Thomas. He'll be seeing that one in his nightmares. Got around Nathan, split the D, and then a midsection save by the keeper, Andrew Thomas. That comes through everybody. Two great chances. But we remain tied. Wouldn't that be something? Johnny Selemani, the 16-year-old in his professional debut. But he'll have to wait for his next go-around. Whitecaps FC road trip continues next week. They travel to Harriman, Utah to take on Real Monarchs. Make sure to visit MLSnextPro.com April 28th, 10 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action. We will have that one for you. Talk to you then. Selemani went down, wanted a foul. DeRoma gets it back, feeds into the middle. Fired, blocked. That attempt from Snyder Brunel. It's onside, it is. Weaving into the middle. Dangerous spot. Leaving it up top. Deflected out by Bomer, and a corner for Tacoma. Here it comes, an in-swinger, back post, and Bomer able to keep it out. Schubert. Manungu. That's out of the reach. Brunel, so a throw in. Vancouver to start it from the back. Rienze to throw it in. Manungu pops it up. Controlled by Tacoma. Brunel. Got it over to the left side. Around the corner with speed. Low cross, never got where it wanted to go. Daroma. Manungu. And he played it too hard for himself. This portion of the match is brought to you by Providence Swedish, official healthcare partner of Seattle Sounders FC. A little over halfway home here in the first half. A couple of chances for both sides, an even one so far, with a slight edge to Tacoma. But I would say that Vancouver's probably had the better of the chances. Vancouver, while they've dominated possession, haven't had the quality in the final third that maybe Whitecaps has shown here in the first half. And they had someone just over the bar, had a 1v1 with Selemani, stopped by Andrew Thomas. Again, this is a Tacoma team that has conceded 10 goals in their 5 matches. 2 or fewer in all of them except for the one against Ventura County when they allowed 5. So normally fairly stingy, but they are susceptible, can be a little leaky at times. Hervé Diese was very pleased with how the team responded after that 5-2 loss. It's high press from Tacoma. Vancouver trying to maneuver around it. And they turn it over. Rienze. And throwing going the other way. He wasn't so certain. Servando Berna telling him back up just a little bit. Elliot Goldthorpe. Long throw in. Nathan. Selemani took it away. Now Goldthorpe again. Cachuele. Goals in 3 straight, but defended well by Stuart Hawkins. Manungu tried to catch up to that, but it ends up on the foot of Bomer. Bomer pressured by Manungu and almost gave it away. It is a throw-in for Tacoma. Nathan. For Thomas, the keeper. Cachuele was right in his face. And a foul. Given to Tacoma.
Bro, I remember that. I was really thinking about
Tacoma got it started quickly. This portion of the match is brought to you by Puyallup Tribe of Indians. A tribe known for being generous and welcoming to all people. Thought that was going to be a foul. Looked like Servando Berna was going to bring the whistle to his mouth, but decided against it. Chance here developing. It's the 16-year-old again, and too strong on that last touch from Johnny Salamani. And Andrew Thomas aggressive to keep it out. Salamani's gotten a good start to his pro career. Had Cachuele with him, and instead just too strong of a touch going to that right side. That's a foul on Vancouver. Manungu, who was playing on the right side to start the match, now to the left side. Again, this is part of that free-flowing nature for Hervé Defiance and Tacoma.
Come on.
Nathan steps up. Daroma. Down the left side, Manungu. Lost it, Bell for Chen in his pro debut at 16 years old against the bigger Manungu. Goldthorpe the intended target there, but Nathan able to get there first. Nice job by Nathan. Makes one-man miss. Daroma gets around Priso and gives on the right side for Cosarienzi. Great ball ahead. Tevis across. Oh, and they couldn't put it home. Gio Miglietti right on the doorstep. Couldn't get it on target. A great feed across by Tevis. The finish just not there. You see it got through Belal Albouni, excuse me. First team player on that back line for Vancouver. And it was a golden chance for the captain Miglietti. He was unable to convert.
Every time he opens the
We'll put a bow on match week 6 tomorrow in Beardview, Illinois, when Fire FC 2 face expansion side Carolina Core FC at SeatGeek Stadium. MLS Season Pass is the place to catch all the action tomorrow, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Wait, put on skilly.
Cleared all the way away by Bulmer. Foul one. Great size on Johnny Salamani. You see the height for the 16-year-old standing next to Daroma. Tevis, a little bit too far for him. Tevis with some space. Brings towards the middle. To the far side, Menengu. Not sure that was where they intended, and it was cleared away. Cachuele got ahead on it, but they reset back to the keeper. Andrew Thomas has come up big with a couple of saves this half to keep this one scoreless. Dangerous spot. The pressure. And it forces a throw in. Well done by Tacoma. Bomer picks it up. That was Miglietti trying to weave his way through. The product of the University of Washington. Johnny Salamani, the 16-year-old, in his professional debut, the youngest ever for Whitecaps FC2. They turn it over, and they give it right back. Nathan kind of baited him into that. And a foul given to Vancouver. For Tevis there. Kitahara battling at midfield with Badwal, and Badwal wins it back. That one goes wide. Did take a deflection, so it'll be a corner. Goldthorpe will take it. An out swinger in the 42nd minute of the first half. Here it comes. Pinning balling around, and again Salamani with a chance, but couldn't get quite enough on it. And Thomas made the save to keep it scoreless. Now Kitahara trying to counter, looking for Tevis. He's shielded off by Prizo. Well done by the first team player, but he gives it away. Daroma, Kitahara for Tevis. Spins against Prizo. Kitahara, edge of the 18. Back for Daroma. Feeds Tevis. His cross. It's low. It's cleared away. Prizo. Nathan. See how much added time we get as we wind down here in the first half. Chances for both sides, but nobody's been able to break through just yet. Late night on the East Coast. Prime time in the Pacific Northwest in the Cascadia rivalry. Prizo. Jay Harriman lost it. Gets it back, the captain. Herdman. Watched by Jonathan Bell, former St. Louis City SC member. Now Badwal. You can kind of see Bilal Halbouni playing with that heavily wrapped left wrist. No added time. How about that in the first half? 45 minutes, chances for both sides, but nobody's been able to score yet. We're 0-0 after 45 minutes at Starfire Sports Complex. A packed halftime report is coming up after a short break.
Messi! Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Para Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. Al frente. Servicio. El tiro. It's saved by Carlos. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Parte externa, va a definir Chicho.
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Welcome back to Washington. No score at the break, 0-0 between Tacoma and Whitecaps FC 2. Hey, 3 hat tricks, including one in just 8 minutes of action. Headline our look back at match week 5. Let's send it out to Michelle Montaigne, who will bring us the MLS Next Pro report.
It's going to be a chance for Carrizo! It's Tucker, and he has his first goal.
Last week we told you good things were coming in threes. Well, episode 3 of the report has us circling back to that idea. This week we're coming to you from the New York Red Bulls training facility following a historic and record-breaking match week 5. For the first time in MLS Next Pro history, there were 3 hat-trick performances in the same match week. Chattanooga FC's Jalen James notched the first of the weekend, becoming just the 5th MLS Next Pro player to net 3 in the first half of play. Afterward, he explained the feeling of his history-making hat trick.
Rod took a chance on me, and I'm thankful for it. And I'm glad that, you know, I could help my team win by scoring the 3 goals.
While James had the first of the match day, Osorio had the fastest. And not just of this season, Harold Osorio scored the fastest hat trick in MLS Next Pro history, recording all 3 goals in the span of 8 minutes. He scored 2 in a row in stoppage time in the first half versus Red Bulls 2, then followed that up with his 3rd in the 50th minute of play. So to put it plainly, his 8 goals in 3 minutes is the equivalent to him scoring a goal every 2.5-ish minutes, which is insane. For a little more context on that, some other things that take 8 minutes, well, if you're the average fit person, you could run a mile. If you're Joey Chestnut, you could eat 54 hot dogs. If you're the average domestic human, like me, you could maybe hard boil an egg. And if you're the speed of light, you could get from here on Earth to the sun, but you'd still be 19 seconds short in 8 minutes. So, safe to say, a very impressive performance by Osorio, but he was not to be outdone by a guy on the very same pitch, just on the opposite team. Rold Mitchell one-upped Osorio, scoring 4 goals in the match and notching all of them also in just the first half. Let's take a look at the player of the match day's performance now by the numbers. He became just the 4th player in MLS Next Pro history to record a 4-goal game. That brings his total number of goals scored this season to 8, becoming the fastest player to 8 goals to start a season in MLS Next Pro. That also means he's scoring an average number of 1 goal for every 45 minutes. But his performance so far on the season, according to head coach Ibrahim Sagaya, comes as no surprise to him.
No, Mitchell, each game is getting better. I think this is a player which had a lot of qualities. He hasn't been there, but you can see it. Each game is getting better. It's bad now he gets injured, but this is a player which has a lot of future.
Apparently also deserving of that type of feat are the 4 other players who have scored 4 goals in a single match. SKC2's Raouf Salifu was the first to ever do it in the league. NYC2's John Dennis achieved the milestone just 1 week later. And former MLS Next Pro MVP and Cup champion Jason Russell Rowe notched 4 against in-state rival FC Cincinnati 2. Mitchell became the first to do it since September of 2022. And while those were impressive individual performances, this match week saw some historic team outputs as well. Jalen James scored 3 of Chattanooga's 6 over Inter Miami 2. Jonathan Jimenez scored a brace for NYCFC 2, who also put up 6 total over Revs 2. We mentioned the 2 stars of Red Bulls 2 and Fire 2, who helped each of their teams to 5 goals apiece in regulation. And rounding out the offensive firepower was Union 2, putting up 5 while allowing none in their match against Atlanta United 2. Now, those types of performances certainly made some waves when it comes to the latest power rankings, and there were some big shakeups towards the top, so be sure to check out the full list on our website of power rankings at MLSNextPro.com. So as you saw this week, these cleats were made for scoring. The report has you covered on all of those goals and all of the action across all of our MLS Next Pro outlets. That does it for this week. We'll see you next time from America's Heartland.
Starfire Sports Complex halftime in Washington, Tacoma, and Whitecaps FC 2 deadlocked at 0-0. Our first half highlights and stats are next, but first we'll step aside for another quick break.
All right, MLS store, I need something fresh and clean. Let's see what you got. I need that in my size. Cream on cream? The fit is cold. I'm ice cream. You like that?
Dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
centro. Gol. Para Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. Al frente. Servicio. El tiro. It's saved by Carlos Corner. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Parte externa va a definir Chicho.
Halftime in the Pacific Northwest, the Cascadia rivalry, Tacoma and Whitecaps tied up 0-0 at the half. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. It was an eventful one despite no score. Here was the first chance of the night for Tacoma. And the save was made by the first teamer Isaac Bomer, who's starting a goal for Vancouver. Manungu had a great half. Here was his second chance, nearly made it 1-0. He had a chance at 2 in the early going. And then it was Vancouver who threatened a couple times. This one a golden opportunity for Jay Herdman, the captain who sent it over the bar the day after he made his first team debut. And then speaking of debuts, the 16-year-old Johnny Salamani, youngest player ever to suit up for Whitecaps FC2, nearly had his first career goal, but he wasn't done yet. He was all over the place. We'll get to it in a moment. Look at this ball, Tevis. Probably the best chance of the night for Tacoma, and that one just not able to be slid in by Gio Miglietti, the captain for Defiance. This one took a deflection. The shot by Miglietti resulted in a corner. And then after that corner, that was where that second Salamani chance was. So second half action between Tacoma and Whitecaps FC2 is coming up in just a bit. We'll step aside one more time.
Vamos, dale pues, mamá ya, muévete. Más loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza. Sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Messi. La pelota para que really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Para Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. Al frente. Servicio. El tiro. It's saved by Carlos Corner. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Parte externa va a definir Chicho.
Getting you set for the second half of the Cascadia rivalry from Starfire Sports Complex. Tacoma and Whitecaps FC2, 0-0 at the break. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule on MLS Next Pro, this is the penultimate game in match week 6. We have one more tomorrow night, Chicago and Carolina Core, but this is what transpired over the weekend. 3 games on Friday. Revolution, OCB, and St. Louis City 2 victorious. Saturday, how about that? 10 rounds in the shootout between Ventura and Sporting KC2. A 1-0 win for Chattanooga over Huntsville. 0-0 draw went to PKs for the Town. They take the extra point over Austin. And a loaded day yesterday. FC Cincy with a 4-1 win. NYC FC 2 blank Columbus Crew 2. Another shootout. Philadelphia takes the extra point there. The struggles for Rapids 2 continues. They get shut out against North Texas. And then a high-scoring affair between Minnesota and Timbers 2 to close out the day yesterday or today. I don't know. It's past midnight on the East Coast. We've got a game later tonight, Eastern Standard Time. You see it there, Chicago, Carolina. But there you have it. I guess that's still considered yet. Today is yesterday, now that we're on past midnight on the East Coast. Second half action just about ready to get going here from Washington.
It's the last 45 minutes. Let's go!
As you can see, we'll have a couple of substitutions for both sides. We'll get you those in just a moment. We're underway in half number 2. Chilly night. Let's see if we have a hot finish. And again, we'll get you those substitutions in just a moment. Foul early on Tacoma. So Yusu Kanome checks in for Tevis. Along with Osaze de Rosario. So Suganome and De Rosario in for Tacoma. Miglietti and Tevis come out. And then for Whitecaps, it's Antoine Coupland who replaces the 16-year-old Johnny Salamani, who had a couple of great chances. And then Simmons comes in as well, Malcolm Simmons for Priso. So again, to recap the subs to start the second half. For Tacoma, De Rosario comes in to replace Gio Miglietti. And Suganome comes in to replace Dylan Tevis. And then for Whitecaps FC, it's Antoine Coupland in for Johnny Salamani. And Malcolm Simmons in for Ralph Priso. Goal kick.
Whitecaps also made a halftime substitution, leaving the game to number 13, Ralph William Johnson Priso-Longe, and number 61, Johnny Salamani. Entering with number 43, Antoine Copeland, and number 48, Malcolm.
Take it away, and they get a foul. That goes on De Rosario. Flicked ahead. Copeland. For Luca Chen, this other 16-year-old. Badwal. Back for Schubert. Chen. Bell working against him. Albuni playing with that wrap on his wrist. Just underway in the second half. Each team coming off of a 2-1 loss in their previous match. Will either one get off the schneid here tonight? Played back towards Andrew Thomas, the keeper. They got the wrong call initially. Now he gets it corrected. Servando Berna, our referee today. That's over everybody's head. Turned over. Minungu. Spinning with it. Tried to keep possession, but Bodwall takes it away. Bell steps up. Di Rosario. Stuart Hawkins. Now for Bell. Kitahara. Back for Bell. Hawkins. Long down the left side. Tsukunome. Kitahara. Daroma. A chance into the middle. Not there. Well defended. Cross, a chance, and again goes wide.
Where do I start?
Tsukunome. Daroma. Has Bell behind him and gives it to him. Nice back heel. That's wide. Pass intercepted by Kitahara, and Daroma ends up with it. 57th minute. Nathan went down, gets the foul. Bell. Hawkins. He actually had the first goal of the entire MLS Next Pro season. Not much doing for Vancouver here so far in the second half. Cleared away. Albuni with that wrapped up left wrist. He's got to be careful. And he commits. No, it was against Tacoma. This portion of the match is brought to you by Regions Blue Shield. Together we health. Good build up here. Herdman and lost it. Took a bounce on the turf, and Deroma able to get it back for Hawkins. Copeland couldn't get there, so it's a throw in for Tacoma. Happy Monday from the East Coast. If you're out in the Pacific Northwest or somewhere else that isn't the East Coast, thanks for sticking with us on this late night. Still Sunday for you, though. Simmons tried to get it to Cachuele, who scored a goal in 3 straight, but hasn't really threatened here tonight. De Rosario throws Halbuni down. De Rosario, Kirihara, Tsukunome, and the combo play not there. This match an hour old, and nobody's been able to quite break through yet. So Mate comes in for Halbuni for Vancouver. Chance across. This will be a corner. Travian Souza enters for Tacoma. He replaces Jonathan Bell. Comes the corner, will be an outswinger. Cleared away nicely by Copeland. Another corner. They go short. Daroma.
Does the team also have a substitution? Leaving the game was number 12, Bilal Hawlawi. Entering was number 56, Emmanuel Mate.
And a foul going the other way. This portion of the match is brought to you by Western Washington Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Copeland came on as a second half sub for Finn Linder. Check that Schubert. Now Linder. And they play it back to the keeper, Bulmer. Copeland, a chance maybe developing for Vancouver. A long shot high over the bar from Cachuele. A good attempt, but couldn't get it on target. Kitahara flicks it. Tsukunome able to come over there and get it. Osariense picks it up. Di Rosario just couldn't get a good handle on it. And a foul given from a couple of yards outside the 18. This will be an advantageous spot for a set piece, and a yellow has been issued to Badwal. So Manungo had a great start to the game. Quiet here in the second half. Batache comes in to replace him. A couple of prolific goal scorers off the bench. Tsukunome and Batache. Daroma. Nope. Batache hits the wall. It's cleared away. So Badwal picked up the yellow. Here in the 67th minute. Daroma. Batache just off the bench. Kitahara. And it results in a corner. Cross. Sitting there. Shot blocked. Sent to the far side. Souza. The far side. Settle down. Cuts towards the middle and almost had the first of the game.
Just before the substitution, the referee issued a yellow card to the 19 player from Whitecaps.
That close.
59,
to Cosarienzi, giving the lead to Tacoma. And now Herdman, the captain. And a little bit of miscommunication there. Souza stepped up. Rosario has it taken away. Simmons gets it started for Whitecaps. Nathan lets it roll over for a throw. Don't miss Tacoma Defiance's next game this coming Thursday when they host the Town FC. Coverage from Starfire Sports Stadium kicks off at 10 p.m. Eastern on MLS Season Pass. Edge of the 18, a whistle, and a foul given, and a card coming as well. So now an identical chance to the one Tacoma just had, now for Whitecaps FC. DeRoma picks up the yellow. Take one more look. Yeah, that hold. Easy call. Goldthorpe stands over it, along with Jay Herdman. From about 25. Here it comes, off the bar! Can't get any closer. What a strike. Cleared away. And Tacoma survives. Herdman. Chen in his debut, the 16-year-old. 71st minute. Is this onside? Nathan cut it off, but the flag comes up. And Goldthorpe can't believe it. He started his celebration, but the flag was up. Let's take a step back and look at that free kick from Goldthorpe a moment ago. What a strike. Had Thomas beat, hit the crossbar. That kind of night. Brunel. Souza. For Tukanome. Back for Souza. His cross. And it's sent wide by Batache. Nathan went down. Play continues. We put a bow on match week 6 tomorrow in Bridgeview, Illinois, when Fire FC 2 face expansion side Carolina Core FC at SeatGeek Stadium. MLS Season Pass is the place to catch all the action tomorrow, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern. Long free kick, into the box, bouncing around and gobbled up by Thomas. Batache, who had the chance a moment ago. Batache again. Good defense. Taken away by Tacoma. Nathan retreats to gather it in. Souza. Copeland. Looking for Herdman, but it's over his head into the hands of Andrew Thomas. Daroma. Busy guy tonight. Kitahara for Souza. They let that go. No, now they get the whistle. Like a nasty collision for Snyder Brunel.
Substitution for the visiting team is number 92, Jay Herdman.
So Chris Aquino will come in for Tacoma. He'll replace Snyder Brunel. And then for Whitecaps, Miles Morgan enters for Jay Herdman. Souza, the cross, and Bomer handles it. Cachuele. Collision in the box, no foul, play on. Daroma for Souza. Long down the right side. Settle down. Towards the middle. De Rosario, he gets taken down. Play continues. Advantage given. Advantage wasted. This portion of the match is brought to you by Umpqua Bank. Sukanome for Souza. Cross. Kitahara loses it to Chen, who gets it away cleanly, and Copeland is away with it. Daroma pressures him, almost took it away, and a foul. Patache tried to find Kirihara, but it was too much. Simmons is able to reset it for Vancouver. Remember, if we remain tied, we go to a penalty shootout. Nathan almost lost it. He's fortunate. Daroma. Patache. Rosario. Patache has it again. Give and go. Patache slides it through. Kirihara goes down. Wow. Flag was up. Offside. I am not sure about that one. Whew. If you ask me, that's not the correct call. Seemed like he was pretty squarely onside there. Maybe should have drawn a penalty. But we play on. Patache fires right on, and Bomer makes the save. A lot of pace. Could this be a chance? And another big save. Thomas answers. That was Morgan off the bench with the attempt for Vancouver. A lot of space for him. He was trying to pick that upper left, and Thomas with the dive got over, and now it's a corner. Here comes the in-swinger. Punched out by Thomas with authority. Into the box. Back heel, nobody home, cleared away. Daroma. Nifty to get it to Nathan. Di Rosario. Back for Daroma. Souza, nice overlap. Souza into the middle, that's cleared away. Souza, nice little one touch. Sukanome into the middle. Kirihara! He might have got a hand on it himself. Couldn't hear the whistle. '84th minute. Can one of these teams break through, or will we be heading for a PK shootout? We've seen multiple crossbars tonight. We've seen a goal taken away because of offside. There have been chances. DeRoma. Kirihara. Sukanome. Batashe had to reach behind him to get that one. Souza. Souza again. DeRoma gets it back. Batashe spins upfield for Souza. Lays it across. And then cut off was Aquino. Throw in. Kosorienzi will take it. Batashe, watched closely by Goldthorpe. Aquino, back for Batashe. Now DeRoma. Di Rosario tried to settle it down, cleared away. Hawkins got it right back. Tacoma. Pass intercepted. Chen, the 16-year-old, gives it over to Coupland. Coupland through the middle with speed. Finds Cachuele. Cross. Clear. Chen trying to chase it down against Sukanome. Sukanome wins it. Sukanome or Batashe, correction, Di Rosario, and it deflects off of him for a goal kick. Behind Sukanome! Sukanome! And it was offside. That one a little more clear than the one earlier. And the flag went up. It was out of our shot. But immediately you could tell by the reaction of some of the players. The flag went up, so we remain scoreless. Di Rosario lost it. Simmons took it away, and a foul on Di Rosario. Long ball given away. Copeland runs right into Nathan. I mean, dribbled it right into him. Nobody can break through. We will head to a PK shootout. Both teams have had chances. Nobody's been able to cash in. Each team's had the goal wiped out because of offside. A couple crossbars hit. You name it. Everything but the goal here in the Pacific Northwest tonight. Souza. Here comes Aquino. For Souza. His cross! And Di Rosario blistered it wide.
The fourth official has signaled there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
So you hear the announcement, 2 minutes of added time. Nobody scores. We go to a PK shootout. Love the crowd involvement here tonight. Pinballs around. And here comes Copeland. Copeland. Into the middle, just behind, now stepping up! Oh! Didn't miss by much. A howitzer. And that was Jivan Badwal. Now Souza, is this the chance for Tacoma? Sukanome! Sukanome couldn't get it on goal. Still alive though. Aquino, and Bomer keeps it scoreless. What a stop by Bomer. Might be a good warm-up for him for the upcoming PK shootout. Potential. DeRoma. Flicks it forward. Should have been a foul. That one is. Nathan gets it started. DeRoma. Deflects out. And there is the whistle for full time. We are heading to a penalty shootout here in Washington. Plenty of chances, but nobody able to cash in. Now we go to the most exciting sequence in soccer. PK to decide who gets the extra point. Coming up next.
In normal time, we'll go to a shootout using kicks from the penalty mark to determine.
All right, MLS store, I need something fresh and clean. Let's see what you got. I need that in my size. It's not like this. Cream on cream? The fit is cold. I'm ice cream. You like that?
At the end of regulation, Since the teams are tied on the scoreboard, the match will extend to a shootout, with each team having 5 attempts. If the teams are tied after 5 attempts, they will go to sudden death. The shootout winner will receive an extra point in the regular season standings.
So here's the point system. We know a regulation win is 3 points. That's out of the question for both these teams, but the extra point is up for grabs. Each team has clinched a point, and now they hope to get the extra one. We'll see who steps up first in just a moment.
If you could have any player, if you could have any person in England to play for the soccer club, who would you have? I'd take a legendary junior. Give me Will Moore. What is nothing? What is
Hey, why didn't Will Cook try out for me? Wanted to play soccer. Really? Oh wait, what decided to go? Will Moore. Cook? He didn't want to play for JV Cook.
Goalkeepers bump fists. A lot of respect between those two. Both have played very well, Isaac Boehmer and Andrew Thomas. And it will be Whitecaps who have the first opportunity to shoot in the shootout. It'll be Elliot Goldthorpe, who with the crossbar earlier to approach first. And he scores. Had Thomas leaning one way, went the other, and buried it. Now Aquino steps to the spot. Aquino against the first teamer Isaac Boehmer. And Boehmer got a piece of it, guessed right, but Aquino levels it at one. So 1-1 after one. Buster Schubert steps up. Here he comes. And he just slides it by Andrew Thomas to give Vancouver the lead. Now it's Batache against Boehmer. 2-2. After two, we had a 10-9 shootout in the league earlier this weekend. So far, all the attempts have been good. Which goalkeeper will be the first to come up huge for his team? Now it's Antoine Copeland. Came on as a second-half sub. Copeland against Thomas. And Thomas deflects it. It goes off the crossbar and stays out. Copeland can't believe it. Thomas the save with an assist to the crossbar. Wow. Three-two. Casarienzi gives Tacoma the advantage after 3 rounds. And now stepping to the spot, Malcolm Simmons, who replaced the first teamer Ralph Prizo in the second half. Simmons against Thomas. Thomas stopped the last one. And he stops this one too! And Tacoma can win it with a goal in this round. And it's Travion Souza, another second half sub, who can deliver the extra point for Tacoma if he buries this. Bomer needs a save to keep the game going. The hesitation, and Tacoma earns the extra point. 4-2 in the shootout. 2 saves by Andrew Thomas, and Tacoma Defiance with 2 points at home. Whitecaps will have to settle for 1. They know they probably should have had a result. I think both teams probably think they could have 3 points tonight, but certainly for Ricardo Clark's side, they feel like they should come away with more. They fall to 1-1-3 on the year. 3-2-1 for Tacoma. And again, 1-1-3 for Whitecaps. The team shake hands. Tonight's man of the match is the goalkeeper for Tacoma Defiance, Andrew Thomas, and it's presented by Adidas. Thomas with 2 saves in the penalty shootout. The Englishman who played his college ball at Stanford saved 2 PKs and earned his team the extra point on home turf. That'll do it for us and our entire crew. This is Josh Appel saying so long from Starfire Sports Complex. Our final score 0-0 after 90, but Tacoma wins at 4-2 after a shootout, earning the extra point. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night. We'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.